Hey guys, this is Ziza from Purple Skies. We're here to let you know today that for the time being, for the foreseeable future, this is going to be the end of Purple Skies. A lot of reasons, but mainly locationally, as Mark and I are going to be living further apart, it's not really going to be possible anymore, unless we want to continue doing the band online, which that could happen in the future. We're not really sure where everything's going to lead, but for now, the door on Purple Skies is being closed, but not locked.
Yeah, we've had a really good time doing it. It's been about 5 or 6 years, 5 years.
2015 is when we started
Yeah,
jamming. Six
started
years.
jamming then. It was pretty, just getting together, hanging out, and jamming, having a really good time. That was the start of it, which is always the best way to start a musical project if you can do it that way. And yeah, it led us. We were in Massachusetts at that time, and within a year and a half or 2 years, it led us to North Carolina somehow, and we made it down here, and that's the Purple Skies that you guys know and have seen.
Yeah, it's been a really epic journey with this band. I mean, for both of us, we started this band in our mid 20s, and now we're into our early 30s. Went through a lot of life changes in that time, differences of mindset, all that stuff, and Purple Sky has definitely been a big part of that journey. From our youth into something closer to adulthood, but perhaps not quite there. I've really fucking enjoyed doing it. This has been a huge part of my life. Um, both of us will be continuing to play music in our own way, perhaps doing something again together, but for the time being, it's really there's nothing on the horizon for Purple Skies for you guys to look forward to.
Yeah, we didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Whoever's out there following us, and we genuinely appreciate anyone that followed the Instagram, like stuff, our streams, bought albums. That's huge for us. So, you know, we don't want to leave you guys hanging and let you know what's going on.
Yeah, just for a second, we can go through and just give some thanks. Obviously, my close friends and family. My brother was the first person every time we put out a song, every time we put out an album or anything, to buy it and listen to it and give me his feedback. So that means a lot, Scott. All the rest of my family, mom and dad and uncle, who bought the albums, bought shirts, supported this goofy, strange dream of mine while it was going on. All my friends back in Massachusetts, all my metalhead friends who were happy to jump in, watch our live streams, and comment and be there and buy our stuff and listen to our stuff. And yeah, it meant a lot. And then, all the people we met around here, the shows we played, the musicians in North Carolina that we met that gave us support along the way. And then probably for us who honestly did more stuff on the internet than we did in real life, all the random people on the internet who found us, who gave us a lot of support. I sent a couple CDs I sent one to Poland, I sent one to Sweden, other random places in the United States. I sent one to Canada from random people who have no idea who we are, who just found us and wanted to buy our album. You can
Yeah.
give some thanks. I have more, but I'll pass it to him.
Yeah, family and friends for being supportive. Definitely family. They're always supportive. Bought the albums. Many friends bought the album for me. Literally asking my friends to buy my album, but they bought it, so that means a lot. Big shout out to Ken Susi from Unearth for following us, retweeting us, reposting our stuff, liking it, talking about us in his streams. That's specifically huge for me because I grew up listening to Unearth like all through high school. I bought every CD, and obviously they're an influence on my playing. So Ken Susi means a lot. Thank you.
I'll echo that. I've never listened to an Unreal CD in my life, but it seemed pretty cool. It meant a lot that someone who was, a successful musician noticed us and liked us. It definitely something
that meant a lot for a small band. There was others too, a couple guys, and Every Time I Died.
Yep, they gave us a lot of support.
Like you said, I didn't never listen to them, but for bands like that, just to see anything in us as a really small band, it meant a lot to us that we were possibly doing something right and not,
Yeah, so,
So.
thank you for your support, guys. Yeah, I mean, so at this point, we're both moving on to other things, other parts of life. Like we said, we'll both continue to do music in our own way. I know Mark's had his YouTube channel that he's been doing more on. It's just Mark Panciocco on YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
it's my name. You can find my Instagram on the Purple Skies, and it will lead you there. Brood700 Instagram. I do solo stuff, random stuff on YouTube. So
Yeah, so I mean, definitely go follow Mark if you want to keep getting more of the kind of content you've been getting here. I personally, I don't use Instagram anymore. I don't really use social media. There's a chance that I will decide to do some sort of solo project, in which case I will put it up on my Instagram. It's at Ziza Vontanatos. It's in the bio. As of right now, I don't ever post anything or go on there, so don't expect much content. But if I do decide to do a solo music thing in the time coming, then I'll post some stuff there. But yeah, it's the end of a very strange and very cool part of our lives. It's definitely, we've been packing up the band room, as you can see. You know, separating out all our music equipment, and yeah, it's been a little bit emotional just going through and looking at everything and just remembering all the things I've done. For me, it's been a big thing just remembering how much time and mental energy I spent on what amounts to such a goofy project. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. It's just it literally what it is. I spent, a band is the kind of thing, if you hit it big and it works out, then it seems like a great thing to do. If you don't, then it's a very goofy thing to do. But it was very, very fucking fun, and definitely helped build me as a person. Built a lot of things for me. Don't gotta make this a 30-minute video of me talking about it, but there was definitely a big part. Purple Sky was the first time I ever decided to sing, and I don't know where the urge came from, but I'm just so much more comfortable talking to people, being outgoing and all that stuff, so much because of Purple Skies and just putting myself out there that way.
Yeah, Purple Skies was a type of band for me. I didn't actually envision being in this type of band. Maybe you didn't either. I'm not sure. Maybe, but I had another band before this that was a way different style, and then I ended up doing this somehow, which opened me up musically to different stuff and to be more open when creating music, even listening to it. So it's been really a unique. Although it's ending, it's sad for me personally. Maybe it's a selfish thing. It's a perfect, just a perfect chunk of my life to remember as a really good time. Like about 5 years of literally focusing on this a lot. It's a very nice chunk for me to remember and always look back on. And it's possible we could do more music, but as far as this formation of the band, us doing stuff together, it sadly has to come to an end.
Yep, it does. We're all moving on. It's like I said, there's a very different mindset when you're 25 than when you're 31, and that was 25 was when we started this band.
And we're not exactly. This isn't a bad thing. We're not really killing it with tons of opportunities in that type of stuff.
Yeah.
If that were the case, maybe we'd be doing it more, but that's just not our situation.
For sure. And a big part of it was just, for me personally, my biggest goal when I started a band was I wanted to make a professional album. I wanted to have a professionally recorded album that was, a manifestation of my dreams. I wanted to, for the one time in my life, instead of just having music written out or in my head, I wanted to see it in its fullest form. And we did that. We came out with an album. It took that 5 years of leading up to it, but that was kind of, I think after we did the album, my level of enthusiasm dropped a bit, my level of energy that I was willing to put in, because I had accomplished what I set out to accomplish. And, towards that end, I was like, I did what I wanted to with this band.
Yeah. We don't want to. No, we talk for whatever. It's the last video.
Yeah,
it's on YouTube. So
talk for as long as you want.
This has been a huge. I've been someone that's been really wanting to do music for a while. I'm 32 now. I like seriously started really wanted to do a band thing at like 20. And for me, seeing it all the way through, and you know, when I started, I wanted to be quote unquote more successful in my mind. But that never really happened for me, and it's obviously not supposed to happen the way I thought it was going to be. So it's really important if you pursue these dreams or passions, it's most likely not going to end up how you thought it was going to be. And that's not a bad thing. Um, it's such a loaded concept, what I'm trying to say with like pursuing the music.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're
Like,
saying.
yeah, it just taught me, you know, I lost my train of thought. But
Yeah,
if you could elaborate.
yeah, it teaches you acceptance more of what is than, I don't know. It's a very fine balance between the idea between like a defeatist attitude where you don't think you're gonna be able to, you don't think your dreams are gonna come true, and like the complete opposite of putting everything on those dreams coming true. And there's a lot of like books written and social media people who are very much in that mindset of like you have to every second every day push, make it happen, work hard, your dreams will come true. And it's like I believe in that stuff. I do actually very much believe that if you dedicate that much of yourself, then whatever you want to happen will happen. I think it's more just the maturity to understand that, like for me, I've come to the realization I don't want to be in a band professionally. The idea
I don't either.
Yeah,
that's
neither
a
of
big
us.
thing that's changed.
Neither of us do. This is a classic Purple Sky story that we love to tell. But we went through a phase where we were trying to like go out to shows. No shows we really wanted to go to, just because we were like we wanted to meet people, we wanted to network, we wanted to like do the things you're supposed to do in a band. And one time we had played a show. And after our set, we'd always be like, oh yeah, we'll play shows, then we'll go and talk to the other bands, we'll talk to the fans, we'll make all these connections. But after we played our show, we just went in the car and found some boba tea and just sat in the car and drank boba tea for the rest of the night. Like that's our personalities. Yeah. We're not like that's our lifestyle. I'm literally in my bed by 8:00. Like asleep by 9:00 every night.
Yeah, no, I do not want to be out playing shows.
It's like that's how I live my life. I'm like very passionate about a lot of health things and circadian rhythms and all that shit. Like I don't want to stay up till 2:00 in bars every weekend.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to get at with the music. With music, for some reason, when you're a kid and you see it, you put together music and massive success because that's what you see. You see the huge shows, the albums. And that's what you want, you think you want. But if that happens to you, cool. You might not even want it when it happens, but one, it wasn't going to happen for me. And two, it's not what I want anymore. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's okay to change path. You're not giving up if you change paths along your journey pursuing. Because, we have plans to do stuff, but it's just different. Things change a lot.
Yeah.
And we're in that type of band where it allowed for change. We were never locked into a big thing, big shows or a big contract.
Yeah, the big contract in our game.
Could that have happened? Sure. If we don't have that, for whatever reason, that drive has left us.
Yeah.
A bit. We had a lot of drive to make the album and do what we did out here, but things are changing now. So.
Yeah, like personally, I'm always someone who is. It's been a good thing and a bad thing in my life. I've always had a number of different passions, and I've never been the kind of person who could even really devote myself. There was a time, definitely, especially like when the EP was coming out and like right before the album and that, I was more singularly devoted to music, but I always had other things in the background because that's just the kind of person I am. And so I'd like the idea of just doing music and just having that like. Actually, even though there's part of me that thought that's what I wanted, it never actually really appealed to me. My life goal right now that I'm sure will happen at this point. I've been farming for a number of years, working at vegetable farms, trying to buy some land and start a vegetable farm. And that's a completely different lifestyle than playing music, and there was no way that those two things were.
We would have been beating our heads against the wall if we were really trying to
To live-
pursue
yeah.
this in a successful music way.
Yeah, and again, in a way that neither of us want to. I mean, I like going to bed early. I don't like staring at screens all the time, which, I mean, doing all the social media stuff. Doing
Again,
all the...
I like going to bed early.
I really
This
fucking
sounds
do.
hilarious. I do too.
It's one of my favorite things in the world.
I like comfort and leisure.
I feel shitty if I stay up past like 10 o'clock. I don't like it.
We sound hilarious to some people.
I know. That's the point.
I know.
We never was a traditional band.
Yeah.
Never were like normal. And that's
we're like we like hung out as friends and like smoked pot and like played video games and made some music. This is as far as it was meant to go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so
it's been great. I'm getting sad about it for sure.
yeah, it is a bit sad, but it's
definitely emotions. I still need that creative outlet in some way, and like I said, I'm sure I'll, do something with music going forward whenever I figure out what that different thing will be. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Doing Purple Skies too. It's been like a little bit. This is something I've been thinking too. As any of my friends know, or anyone who bothered to look at the album liner notes, Ziza is not my real name. It was definitely kind of a persona I made up for Purple Skies, and there's a little bit now where like that persona is dying. There's like a person to me that's dying right now, and it's fine because I believe in resurrection, so it could be back, but definitely Ziza Bon Thanatos is kind of no more.
Yeah, and if you followed, you can see me have a much different look right now. I clearly have changed some things. Hair is fucking whatever, to be honest, but it is a big change.
No, you're not a real metalhead anymore.
I know. I don't look cool. Well, I think I look pretty cool, but yeah, guys, it's been a great time. We had a great time. It's an awesome chapter in our lives. What else is there to say? I think we've covered quite a bit.
We do the ceremonial.
Yeah,
we're
gonna take down our little banner as a little ceremony of sorts. And
all right, say a little Purple Skies. It's been fucking great.
It's been awesome.
Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for supporting Purple Skies over the last 5 years. Do be sure to follow Mark. He's doing a lot more stuff on the internet than I am. He's got some good stuff. I really enjoy watching his YouTube channel. You can watch videos of him play guitar. You can watch videos of him eating Pizza Hut. You can watch videos of him reviewing random metal things.
I'm on Twitch.
Yeah, he's on Twitch too.
Twitch TV/Brood700. I play a lot of FPS games, Quake mostly.
He plays with me in Quake, does guitar stuff. So definitely follow him.
Yeah, well, it's the end. Like we said, we don't want to be super final. It's for sure the end of this, but you never know. In the future, we might do stuff together, whether it's music or podcast or a Twitch stream. We will probably do stuff together.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Love you all.
Peace.